Please join us in taking a moment to honor Cleo Nikki Maletis, Mrs. America, 1957. This woman of consummate domestic skills embodied the concept of superwoman long before the term was coined, combining seamlessly the roles of homemaker, international celebrity, and company executive, leaving an unforgettable legacy for not only her family, but also the community and women everywhere. Cleo credited her life's remarkable achievements to the determination inherited from Greek immigrant parents Tom and Peggy Maletis. She graduated as valedictorian of her high school and from the University of Washington's class of 1946, with a major in textiles, clothing, and art, and a minor in business. In 1947, Cleo met Portlander Chris Maletis Jr. at a Greek community dance in Seattle. They married in Vancouver, British Columbia, and settled in Portland. The couple had 4 sons, and, until 1964, she proudly called herself a full-time homemaker. Cleo's ascent to a kind of stardom came when she was entered by a home economist in the Mrs. America contest. Not a pageant, but a challenging 5-day competition of cooking, sewing, and house cleaning skills first, and personality and appearance second. This daughter of immigrants won the national title and represented the American homemaker proudly on tours throughout the States and Europe. While in Denmark, she was impressed by that country's national programs for nurseries and childcare for working mothers. Her local fame, coupled with a natural poise, grace, and beauty, brought her opportunities to represent various entities as a spokeswoman and as a frequent hostess on one of Portland's early morning shows. In 1964, Cleo joined the family's beer and wine business, assisting with clerical work in the Portland riverfront warehouse of Columbia Distributing Company. Founded by her father-in-law, Chris Maletis Sr. in 1934, the company was weathering the second generation's challenges in a fiercely competitive industry. As part of a survival strategy in 1967, Chris and Cleo started Maletis, Inc., a branch operation in Washington County, in a shabby, cramped, and drafty warehouse with no running water, but a convenient outhouse nearby. Running a team of 4 Teamsters in these gritty facilities was the glamorous and cheery Cleo Maletis, making deals, dispatching drivers, and growing the business. Her graceful but dogged determination inspired those around her and modeled for her sons and her admiring daughters-in-law the balance of an uncompromising work ethic along with unflagging dedication to family. Maletis Inc. evolved under Cleo's direction toward the eventual consolidation with Columbia Distributing to a staff of about 200 by the late 1980s. The mutual admiration and full partnership between Chris and Cleo set an example for the family and presented a force in the community. At Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in the 1950s, she was instrumental in energizing the charitable women's organization by establishing circles, grouping members by age, interests, and a Greek or English language preference. In the broader community, Cleo worked with the Boys School District in Beaverton and served on the board of Providence St. Vincent Hospital and Medical Center Foundation. She was also active in the Rotary, United Good Neighbors March of Dimes, and as a Boy Scout den mother. Neighbors of the Maletis family home in Cedar Hills remember a house full of rambunctious boys. Cleo's guidance gave them a certain independence, so that during the struggling years, the sons of Mrs. America knew how to manage their meals until their working mother came home at night. Never the sons of privilege, when each was old enough to contribute, it became a point of pride that the boys would join the team alongside their parents in tasks both menial and demanding. Upon Cleo's passing in 2009, one former acquaintance said, I had the privilege of being Mrs. Maletis' hairdresser at the Beaverton Beauty School in 1973. She wanted me to do hair on a Madsen liner or something great with my life. I told her that learning things was always hard for me, and her response was, "But baby, you've got horse sense, and that can take you anywhere." She never gave up on encouraging me and making me feel good about myself. Not only did she have grace, class, poise, and beauty, she had great hair. I will never forget her. Cleo Maletis was perhaps most recognized for beauty, vibrancy, and style. To even casual acquaintances, however, her unabashed and genuine interest in them, her curiosity and empathy disarmed even those most in awe of her stellar presence. Today we take a moment to honor Cleo and her family, as well as her legacy, which not only lives on in her family, but also in the sisterhood and spirit of the Mrs. Oregon pageant.